Yo, 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 it is October 28th, and you are viewing the only 24/7, 365 bullish news channel in the world. Welcome back to the verse. Thank you so much for joining back on another live stream. This is our 43rd live stream together, Chris, since June.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy how time flies, dude. And just another glitch in the matrix, man. You know, we've been doing the same exact thing the entire time. We switched up when it made sense, but we never changed. We are the same people that continue to grow through this virtual reality. And it's been a pleasure, man. 43rd, man. And this Thursday is gonna be the 44th. So
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. So much exciting news going on. October is still intact. Let's
yeah, man.
go. About 2K higher than 26 days ago on the Bitcoin chart. I'm loving it. I'm loving it,
Well,
baby.
Well, here was the thing. So we were so me and Trey Souls, we're TA guys. You know, we get into short term trades. We also do I do a little bit of leverage trading on the side, and like I said, I don't advise anybody to do leverage trading. You know, the best thing to do is just hold spot and chill. But if you're just borderline psychotic like we are, then you might want to. Well, then you guys get the point. I'm not trying to get into some legal stuff, but the main point I'm trying to get across is we spend a lot of time looking at these charts, and the one thing that we notice is the sentiment. TA is one thing, but the sentiment is everything. And if you can understand how to read the room, then you can be an absolute superstar in crypto. And the reason why I always talk about being black sheeps and being the odd man out is because typically the odd man out has a really great perception of the room and also how the market works. Because when you're in like a community or a cult or whatever, there's always this echo chamber. We saw it with Pulse Chain, we saw it with a lot of these other meme coins. Now, the main point I'm just trying to get across right now, everybody was extremely bearish on Bitcoin. We were telling you to be bullish. We showed you a chart from 4 years ago at the same period of time. We showed you that, hey, we got a higher low. We're breaking out on the top of the flag, and we're starting to test out of this breakout. And we came down, test the top of the flag, and started booming. So, you know, the TA tonight is going to be phenomenal. Actually, most of the time, well, half the time I don't have a chance to look at the chart, but I did have a chance to look at it before. So it's going to be phenomenal. So overall, man, you know, we got a lot of exciting things. You know, TitanX is doing its thing, slowly starting to build up and blow up. So all across the board, everything is looking really good. So, guys, there's 25 of you guys in here, which is awesome. But can you please do me a favor? Like this video, share it out on Twitter. If you're on YouTube, share it out on YouTube, like it. The more people we get in here, the longer we stay. You guys saw us last time. We got above like 100, 150, and we kept this live stream on for an hour and a half. So when we say something, we do it. We're not always right, but we continue to strive to do the best when we have. Trey Souls, anything else on that before we get into our rundown of the crypto markets?
No, man, we got to run down. Some people saying that today is the first day of the bull run, but my life has been a bull run. So you know what? Let's get to cracking.
All right, good stuff. Let's talk Alien X right now.
Dude, we can spitting balls about Alien X, bro.
Actually, there's also one thing I want to say, just so you guys know on live stream. So we are affiliated with the Alien X. We're also affiliated with Morpheus, and we're also affiliated with the Matrix Project with Mike Dean. So there's 3 projects we are affiliated with, and this is just full disclosure. I don't really like to do the tickers on Twitter because I think it just looks weird and whatnot. But just full disclosure, those are the projects we're currently associated with and going on to the future, and we're going to continue to talk about them, get into it, and whatnot. So just so you guys know. But yeah, let's talk about Alien X first, and then we'll talk about Morpheus right after because they actually just had a launch date. All right, can you see my screen?
Let's go. Now I can.
All right, so what's going on with Alien X? We're below mint. We're below mint right now. And full disclosure, we're at a negative 26%. The burn is sitting at about $181,000 worth of TitanX. The core has $443,000 of Inferno ready to burn Alien X. Now let's take this a step further. So I'm gonna go over here to the Inferno chart because we're gonna talk about what's going on in the Inferno chart in a second. But if I come over here to the Explorer and I just pull up the Explorer, so as I said, Alien X has a little south of $500,000 of Inferno that's gonna be used by burn. So that's about million, billion, 125 billion. So we come up here and we look at the holders. That means Alien X, besides the LP, so there's the Inferno and TitanX V3 LP. Alien X right now is currently holding 4.35% of the entire Inferno supply. And the best part about it is Inferno just reached a $10 million market cap. So the point I'm trying to get across is when Inferno was having a little bit of a dip, E280 kind of ignited the chart. If Alien X came in and started buying, and then E280 started accelerating the Inferno price action. So overall, the Alien X buy and burn is looking phenomenal, and it is the ultimate leverage play on top of Inferno, not financial advice. So that's where we're sitting at with Alien X. Now, just getting into the price chart and just taking a look at the price chart right now, we are sitting at a 575K market cap, trading sideways right now. We're currently in the mid phase for Alien X, and overall, this is what we're seeing. I can't really get too much into the price dynamics like I do with my original TA. Now, just coming over here and checking on Inferno. Actually, I already got the price chart up. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's right here. So taking a look at the Inferno price chart and looking at the initial phases, keep in mind Alien X is Inferno, but just with a little bit of a twist because it plugs into the Inferno ecosystem, and there's going to be more projects that are going to be built on top of Inferno. So in the initial mid phases,
looks reminiscent.
Yeah. So, about that 12th day, we started to see Inferno ignite. And then when it started testing that all-time high, it's sitting at about 14 days. So just like, with Inferno, it took some time to really, really play out. And by the time it broke its all-time high, it was sitting at about 20 days from its mid phase. So just looking at the Inferno price chart with Memify specifically, you're going to have, the first week, 3 weeks, it's going to be trading sideways. And then you start to see the protocol really build out later on in its mid phase. So as for Inferno compared to Alien X, I can't do too much of that, but I'll let you guys take a look. Trey Souls, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's just a little baby alien right now. Like, that's where we're at, folks. You've got to go look at the tweet from today that I put on my Twitter, Trace_Soul369. I show some of these charts on my Twitter, and you can see that we're in the same phase. These Memefi tokens are made to work very, very similar. This is what I'm hinting at. You need to understand that we're not trying to say these things on stream over and over to waste breath. Now this is an opportunity, not financial advice.
Yes, sir. So, just taking and then coming back over here and just taking a look at the stats on Alien X, we have about 1% burned by the core, sitting a little bit under 6% by the straight TitanX buy and burn, and then Taxis did some damage, dude. It did about 1.4%. So the liquid supply is right around 92%. So based off of the burning, this is a slow burn, and this project wasn't designed to go crazy on the burn in the beginning. So overall, man, just looking good, and that's all I got for Alien X. Anything else, man?
No, man, that's a good start. I like it. We're ripping, bro. Absolutely love the Inferno chart. The thing looks insane. Congrats, guys.
Yes, sir. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, now just come over here to Morpheus. So shout out to Rax Riches and his team. We are I don't know what's the word, like ambassadors, or what's the word where you like consultants or
Yeah. That's what you would call it.
yeah, so we're basically consultants with the team. Just like full disclosure, I also want to put this out here. I know I was on live stream earlier with Rags, just showing a little support. I hopped in for about 20 minutes and hopped out and just gave my feedback. The one thing he really highlighted on it, he was like, Chris, you're the one who came up with the brand, which you like to take credit, yada yada. I want to make something crystal clear. Rags and his team built a phenomenal product. They did a great work on the tokenomics. I just helped him along the way with questions and whatnot. When it comes to the branding, the tokenomics, the Project Outlook, or whatever, all the credit should go to him. I know he's a very humble guy. He likes to dish a little bit of it out, but he created something really great. And I think it's going to be great, awesome for the TitanX ecosystem. And this project is building an aggregator. And when it comes to, these big terms, I know not many people know what an aggregator it is, but the best way to think about it, it's like a Wi-Fi for decentralized exchange swaps. So rather than go straight to Uniswap and do a swap from, like, let's say TitanX to Ethereum, you can use an aggregator which will check all the dexes across the blockchain, and then it'll find you the best price. And that's what Morpheus is trying to create. And so the fees from this aggregator is going to be used to buy and burn the Morpheus token. So that means that it's going to buy TitanX, then from TitanX, it's going to buy DragonX, and then it's going to buy Morpheus and then burn it. So the economic energy is going back into the TitanX ecosystem. And so if you guys know, Titan Farms controls all the liquidity in the TitanX ecosystem, or a majority of it. Now with this aggregator, it's going to take these fees and put it back into the TitanX ecosystem. When you use Uniswap and all these other dexes, you pay that fee. But now Morpheus is going to be taking that fee and putting it back in. So every component of DeFi, Memecoin, MemeFi, whatever, anything within the TitanX ecosystem goes back in. And that's like the missing piece. Any thoughts on that?
He's cutting out the middleman, and I love that. And that is what true decentralization to me is all about. And anywhere where we can feed back into the TitanX protocols, burn Dragon Egg or buy Dragon Eggs, buy TitanX, burn Morpheus, bro. Absolutely brilliant way to come into the space and provide a service for something that we need and that people will use. So, grats, big shout out to you guys today on that smooth launch, and that's really awesome. The DApp I can already see looks sick. The website, so yeah, bro. That's awesome, man, and I'm glad it was a team effort. A lot of good heads in on that team building that. So definitely excited to see what the future holds.
Yeah, man. And I think overall, it's a great product. I saw a little bit of FUD behind Morpheus, and I didn't really understand it. I don't really like to get into Twitter fights anymore because I'm getting too old for this stuff. But long story short, judge the product based off of what they put out in the roadmap, and they're already bringing the token to market, and then just based off of the marketing and how the team responds, that's how you should have your judgment. Not these guys that do these weird hypothetical speculations that have no idea how to read a price chart, nor do they even understand a smart contract. So let's check this out. Come over here to Morpheus.win, and you can just enter the matrix. Let's see if we'll do it. My Wi-Fi is a little weird. That's one thing that bites about being near the beach is Wi-Fi is always terrible.
Yes.
So we'll do a quick breakdown this and just break down what's going on with this ecosystem since it's a new project, but I'm not going to keep harnessing this in the future. So what I mean is I'm not going to keep explaining it over and over and over again. So
Sure.
minting Morpheus. So when you go in, you have a mint cycle. From my understanding, it's like a random mint cycle. So when you go and you mint Morpheus, the ratio is random every single phase. Now, 10% of the TitanX is going to be used to go into the DragonX vault. So it's going to remove TitanX from circulation and benefit DragonX. 10% is used for a community raffle. So if you get into this mint cycle, there's actually a raffle. And basically, if you put in 100 million TitanX, you get a little raffle ticket and you can earn a portion of whatever comes out of that raffle, which is pretty cool. 8% is allocated to a Genesis fund, and 72% purchases DragonX, with 20% of the acquired DragonX burn to drive scarcity. So not only is it burning TitanX, it's burning DragonX, and then it's going to have a buy and burn from DragonX to Morpheus. So the best way to think about Morpheus is it's like a little brother to AlienX. AlienX is a leverage play off of Inferno, while Morpheus is going to be a leverage play off of DragonX. And so the strategy that you can use for Morpheus, I can't talk about AlienX, but for Morpheus is you can use this token to acquire more DragonX. That's how these leverage plays work. Just like you're using DragonX to acquire more TitanX. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so we got a mint phase. And how long is the mint phase?
I believe it's 14 days.
14 days. It's random mints, random ratios. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's different. That's switching it up. Okay, he's going to the green paper now.
Yeah, let me go to the green paper just so yeah, I don't want to go through too much of all this, but I think the green paper will be better. But basically, you know, it's going to be 14 days. It's going to go through a mid phase. This is a meme fight. It's got the utility stuff behind it. And I think ultimately the one thing I really like is the branding, because, you know, Morpheus and the Matrix, and everyone's obsessed with like Matrix coding in TitanX. So it's honestly a really phenomenal setup. Now, let's get into, so we covered that buy and burn. Their main DragonX tokens are then used to purchase Morpheus tokens. The daily buy and burn routine isn't just a process, it's the future being reshaped, yada, yada, yada. All right, LP. So I believe the main LP is going to be with DragonX. So it's going to be a Morpheus DragonX LP. So in order to buy Morpheus, you need to go from TitanX to DragonX to Morpheus. Now the mid phase, 14-day dynamic minting cycle. So there's going to be like, for every TitanX, you're going to receive a certain amount of Morpheus. And from my understanding, it's going to be random. So it's going to be random throughout the day. And then also the auctions I was talking about earlier, it's going to go through a random number generator through the Chainlink Oracle. So basically, whoever gets selected is going to be completely random. It's not going to be one member of the team. So the idea is to make it as decentralized as possible. Now, minting happens on day 1. Then we wait. No minting on day 2 as the system recalibrates. Minting again on day 3. And so it continues until the 14-day closes cycle. So 1 day mint, 2-day claim, 3-day mint, 4-day claim, and then just keeps going back and forth. So you have like 7 mint days and then 7 off days is the best way to put it.
Okay.
And then, but remember, the decay rate's 9% a day. What could mint today will cost you more tomorrow. You have to move fast or you'll miss movement. Okay, let me go back. I'm pretty sure they got rid of the random mint peg. I think it's just it just goes down 9% a day. So I was wrong. I'm sorry.
No, good. We uncovered that. We dug that up here.
Yeah, this is why I like to go through the green paper, because sometimes people change up and whatnot. So okay, cool. So overall, guys, it's a very, very simple protocol to really understand. You guys want to check more about it, check out the green paper, hit up Rags. Rags, sorry, I messed up with the mint phase. It's 9% day. I don't know if he's watching this, but just want to apologize in advance. And then, so come over here. All you do is connect your wallet, and then you put in how much TitanX you want to mint, and it's a 24-hour period. And right now, I believe the mint phase is that 1-to-1? Yeah, it's 1-to-1. So for every 1 TitanX, you can get Morpheus, and then it just goes down by 9%. And then you go into the buy and burn. So just taking a look at it, so far they have done 668 million TitanX, which is absolutely awesome. Total TitanX burn, they did about 100 and I think that's 133 million. And the buy and burn is sitting at 431 TitanX, which is sitting at about 500,000. So really awesome numbers across the board. So absolutely love it. And then also on top of that, there's a leaderboard, and how they set up is with your wallet address. They don't dox the full wallet address. They just have the first four and the last four, and it shows how much tokens went into this thing, and it just shows how much people are getting in. So it looks like someone, I think there was something up with the millions. I think this is a little bit more. I believe this is probably 34 billion if I recall. But I was on live stream with Rags earlier, and he's going to update this so it's less confusing. So I believe that's 34 billion, which is I think that's like 30 grand now that I think about it. So yeah, that's pretty a lot. A lot of people are getting into this. If you guys want, there's an audit page, so you guys can come over here, check out the audit. This has been fully audited by Spy Wolf. Talks about the day when the audit was completed, yada yada, and yeah, looking good. So yeah, man, that's Morpheus. I'm not going to get into the price chart because it's pretty obvious that the best thing to do right now is, if you want to get into Morpheus, the best thing you can do is actually mint the token. I would highly suggest, not financial advice, to market buy, because that might not end up well. Trace Souls, any thoughts on Morpheus?
Yeah, man, this is MemeFi. Here we are again. We're back with another awesome protocol. Now, here real quick, I want to pull this up and I want to say, what's the next Titan altcoin that's going to explode? I need my X's. Well, I have no freaking idea what token is going to explode next. But we did just show you two really cool MemeFi tokens.
Yeah,
And
man.
I believe in MemeFi. I believe that it's going to show people the power of memes and show people the power of branding, especially in this space right here. Morpheus, like you say, Chris, excellent job on the branding. I think it was a brilliant idea. And I'm glad that everybody caught onto that. So that was good, man. And I think people want the next big thing. That's what we've been doing for 42 streams, trying to give you the next thing we think is the next big thing. We don't really talk about a whole lot of things that we think are flops.
Yeah. Keep in mind, all these tokens are paired up with TitanX, and when TitanX goes hyper deflationary, it's a good chance that you're going to see this ecosystem build out. So right now there's a rush for a lot of these tokens to hit market, because when we're looking at the numbers, we're starting to see a decrease in the overall token supply. And let me pull up probably the best indicator for this. I know TitanX Hub was a little bit slow, and I think TEDx, and shout out to Mike Dean, they're doing some updates to this. But one thing that you want to keep a close eye on is going to be the amount of liquid TitanX. It's sitting at about 20%, and then 24% of the bill on TitanX protocols have a bunch of the supply. So that means that the TitanX is being used within the bill on TitanX protocols. So the main point I'm trying to get across is, when you see this liquid supply dip under 10%, yo, it's gonna get crazy. Like, I'm telling you, 10% is the number you want to pay attention to, because last time we saw this happen, we saw the liquid supply in the beginning phase oscillate between 3 and 8%. And that's when we got these gnarly pumps. And then, reality started setting in. And then now the supply is getting eaten up and burned away. So I think overall it's going to be really, really good. And then also, what day is it?
Day 367, October 28th, 2024.
10:30, the day before Halloween. DragonX is going to come out, and they're going to get about $3 million worth of ETH. I don't know the exact number, but it's around there. Then Helios is going to get about $250,000, and they're all going to use that to buy TitanX. So there's going to be a lot of buy side liquidity on top of TitanX from that event, and there's a good chance that we will see our number one indicator that we've been talking about for months, and we were the first ones to talk about this. When TitanX miners become profitable on day 280, that's when you're going to see more and more people jump in. When they start creating more TitanX miners, what this means is the buy and burn, more is going to go into the buy and burn, but also the payouts, the staking payouts, which is the key to understanding this. That means that the 8-day payouts, the 28-day payouts, and even the 90-day payout is going to start filling up. and all that ETH is going to go back into the DragonX protocol, the Helios protocol, and then there's the Phoenix protocol that's also going to be used to use. Phoenix has like 3 staking whales, so I'm not going to get too complicated, but it's very similar to what we see with DragonX. So you guys can see how this is going. And the reason why these miners are going to be important is because not only are we going to get more stuff in the buy burn, but also these staking payouts are going to be buy side liquidity for TitanX. That's the difference. And it costs more Ethereum to produce a TitanX. So what you saw in the beginning, that was like child's play. This is going to be a whole new level. It's going to happen really quick, and a lot of people are going to miss it. So good stuff.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Coming soon to a theater near you. That's what we're talking about. Hey, we got 123 people in this live stream. Guys,
Hey,
please do me and Trey Souls a favor. Smash the like button on Twitter. Smash it on YouTube. Share it out on X so that we can continue to connect with other conscious beings, because this is going to be a fun live stream, because we're getting the TitanX right. We're about to go over into Inferno, and then we're going to get into some potential altcoins, and then we're going to go into the charts, because the charts are going to be very, very important. And we were telling you guys you should have been bullish, and I'm pretty sure we were right about our analysis. So, all right. Big news, man. Guess what happened with the Inferno chart?
hit a new all-time low.
Yep. It went to 0. I'm just kidding. Inferno actually is sitting at $10.1 million right here. $10.1 million. Look at that. Right here. Yeah, I remember just yesterday. So when the MevBot stuff happened, we came in with the team and we said, all right, hey, we'll back you guys up. And then the team launched Flux. And then on top of that, we got E280. And then we got Alien X. And a lot of the supply got burned. And there's a lot of buy side liquidity. And that's part of the reason why Inferno is doing so freaking well right now. So I absolutely love it. It's looking awesome. So let's just take a little quick breakdown of the chart. Now, if you guys see the chart came up, boom, and then it looked like it was like an inverse head, and it looked like it was a head and shoulders, but actually bottomed out on October 11th, and then October 12th came in, and we got a morning star. Trey Souls, what do you think happened on October 12th?
October 12th was E2 Schmady, the dude's protocol.
Yes, sir. The boy, the man, the myth, the legend, the dude came in right here. And E280 just skyrocketed right here. So we're going to put E280 launch. So E280 launched, and basically what happened was when you mint the E280 token, all that TitanX went in and bought like Inferno, JakeX. Some of it was burned, and then it was used to burn E280. But here's the crazy part about Inferno. What do you have to go through to buy Flux?
What do you have to go through TitanX?
Then Inferno, yeah. So actually, Inferno had doubled the amount of buy side liquidity, and that's part of the reason why the chart did so well. That's what's crazy about this. So E280 really had a huge impact on Inferno, in my opinion. Now, getting into the next phase. So basically it came up and then started trading sideways, and this was just arbitrage. Now, October 17th, what do we have launch?
That was the Alien X technology, the alien technology. And you really got to think about that one, guys. I'm going to drop an Easter egg here for you.
Yes, sir.
If it's technology and it's made by aliens, is it meant to be understood by all humans? Likely not. That is my golden gem for you.
Yeah, well, Alien X is the beginning. Just wait till they see UFO X. Yeah, you guys thought like yeah, I'm telling you. I'm
I
telling you.
gotta, I gotta shout out Utah Crypto, because I was just laughing again, like this villainous laugh, like because he knows I'm mega bullish. He's right. Hey, we're coming up on day 369, and we put that work in. So you know what? I'm super amped to be here today.
Yes, sir. So basically what happened was E280 launch, Alien X came in and they started buying Inferno. That's going to be used to burn Alien X. So you see how these candles came down? This was basically Alien X coming in and just buying, slowly buying, and then boom, bullish engulfing candle. And I think the buy side liquidity on Inferno completed from the mint cycle one. I believe it was right around October 23rd. But then on October 26th, the dude turned up the buy and burn on E280, and that's what really skyrocketed Inferno. So
What a chat.
overall, you had three components, and then when Flux launched right here, it burned about $200,000 worth of Inferno. So these three protocols, in my opinion, are the biggest contributors to why Inferno hit that $10 million market cap. Now, keep in mind, 10 million, which is probably sitting about right here ish. It's a big psychological level. Every chart that I see that hits 10 million, there's always a correction. And then you retest and then come back up. So based on what I'm seeing on the chart, it's very difficult to do TA because there's so much buy side liquidity that's going on right now. But you guys can just see right here, right when the MACD came in and we crossed right here, E280 launch, and then that's when we had a bullish divergence. Then we came in, Alien X hit right here, started coming down, bounced off, and then E280 got turned up again, and these two lines are just splitting.
Yeah,
So
and thinking about looking at MACDs, bro, like they usually flow like in and out from what I've been noticing a lot. And just to see that one get rejected and bump up and rocket like that, that just looks unnatural, like it is from the effect from a burn pressure from somewhere else, bro. Like it's getting protected by these other protocols, these prices and things like that. So it's crazy to see the homies coming in, the the reinforcements coming in and burning these protocols, bro. This is magnificent, and it almost looks like an anomaly on the MACD to me.
yeah, and then if you come over here, you look at the RSI. There's a trend line right here, massive resistance right here. So if we come down, came in, boom, and then broke right here. And when it broke, you saw that green candle. Trade sideways at it, broke again, and got into the overbought territory. And that's when we topped out. Then we came down and we had a sell off, came up, and then right when we came up and touched this line, that's when we got that pop, broke out, came down, we touched it, a little bit of a correction, came in, and then we just popped above it, and now it's curling down. So typically, like when you see it curl down, there's a good chance that we need a back test, the all-time high. You see how it's just curling like
It's
this?
technically oversold right there, right where it's sitting right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it's really oversold. That's what the indicator's saying. But keep in mind, we got a bunch of buy side liquidity
Burns.
through E280, and E280 it's probably going to pick up. So this is the part of TA where you actually have to look at the macro to is that what it's called? The macro, right?
Yeah, yeah,
What's the
that's
term?
what they've been calling it. I call it the macro, but yeah, I don't know what they've been calling it. That's what I call it.
Okay. All right. Well, you have to look at the full scope of what's happening, and this is one of those scenarios where it definitely does apply. And so, in my opinion, depending on how E280 performs and how many funds get in, we have one or two options. All right, I'm going to get rid of all these magnets because this is basically donezo, and then we don't need to worry about this for a minute. So we have a couple targets. We come down, we test that all-time high, and then we might need to pass and retest that previous local high. So we come in, back test it, touch it, and if we do that, that's actually bullish because then we can come back up, test the all-time high, and then boom, and then we can start going up and having a breakout. Or option number two, we have enough buy side liquidity, we hit the hyper deflationary phase, and we just go for our first target, which is 5 zeros and a 5.
Yep.
That's going to be about 50% pop, so about $15 million market cap. So that's going to be our number one target. Now, I just want to take a look at some EMAs real quick. So taking a look at the 8, 21, and 50, one thing I noticed was we had the 8 cross right come down, and it's this pink line right when it crossed. That's another sign of a bearish divergence. Came down, boom. Then it came back up, touched the 50, came up, crossed the 21, and then boom, see you later. Now, just looking at the 50, this is actually something really interesting. The 50 popped up. We came in, dropped by, down on it, came up, popped up, came back down, came up, tested it, touched it, see you later. So what this is telling me is that massive uptrend. And the one thing you want to be looking at is, especially with the 8 and the 21, if this 8 starts bending down and crosses again on that 21, there's a good chance that, yeah, we will touch that. So I'm looking at the EMAs really, really close right now. I think that's going to be the best indicator for a retest. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it for a second.
Okay, cool. So yeah, man, I mean, overall, that's the Inferno chart. It's a beautiful chart. It's going to be, man, dude, I would not be surprised if we hit like $100 million or $500 million market cap. I think that's within the realm of possibility. We have like 5 protocols. There's E369, there's Phoenix, there's GoatX, there's a Flare. Flare's building on top of Inferno. I actually got someone told me about Flare. I can't put that out there. I do not disclose my sources to people, but Flare's gonna be a really phenomenal protocol. I like Phoenix. Shout out to Callum. Callum created a monster protocol working with Mike Dean. It's absolutely awesome, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. So, any other thoughts?
Yeah, bro. Utah just said the same thing. The Flux Flywheel is about to kickstart E369, Phoenix, GoatX. All the boys in the boys club have been building away, and we are about to see the fruit of their labor. Congratulations, guys. Callum, everybody. Shout out to you guys. Killing the game, bringing in the support. This is awesome, bro. This is what TitanX is all about. It's meant to make moon pumps happen. So this is sick, dude.
Yeah, and just taking I'm gonna go over to Inferno.win real quick and just take a look at the supply. How much was burned in the mid phase? They burned around, was it like 50% of it? And then Flux burned about 240 billion Inferno. And I think that's about 2% of the supply. So 204 billion. Yeah, that's about $500,000 worth of Inferno. So that's what Flux did already, which is absolutely bananas. So when we start to see Inferno do its thing, I'm pretty sure Flux. Actually, the one thing to take a look at is actually Flux, because if Inferno's going up, that means the Flux auctions are probably going absolutely bonkers right now. Look at the calculator. Oh, that's the staking calculator. Look at the auctions. Yeah, dude, they have. Wow, look at this. 1,416% ROI right now. So this is actually pretty crazy.
That's close to day one numbers when I got in like the first 4 days on that protocol. So that thing is kicking again, and I wouldn't be sleeping on it either.
Yeah, and also Phoenix is going to be a benevolent staking on top of Flux. So Flux is going to be going crazy. So when you see Inferno hit some insane numbers, dude, this ROI is just going to be out of this world. And then keep in mind, Alien X sent a bunch to help the Flux burn. Yeah, look at this. Oh, close to 1 million now. I'm sorry. It's close to 1 million. 714,000. They sent 131,000 to the Flux Vault. They had over 5 trillion TitanX inputted. Man,
just goes to show how quickly those pools go up with the price.
And the amount of liquid flux is like 9%. So the burn's been crazy. So yeah, man. So guys, check out Flux. I think that's a protocol not many people are talking about. I think a lot of people are sleeping on it, and dude, in the future, it's gonna be absolutely crazy. So yeah, man. Anything else on Inferno, Flux, or anything we just talked about?
No, man. Sick analysis. Good work, dude. Congrats to all those involved.
Yes, sir. And then next thing, just a quick update on TitanX before we hit the 30th. When's the 30th? Is that Thursday?
2 days.
Oh, that's Wednesday. Okay, so we'll be talking about it after the DragonX claim. So here's where we're at right now. We are sitting in an Elliot Wave triangle, and I talked about this on the last live stream. Well, on the live stream for the
Sunday.
Was it the anniversary thing or
Yeah,
whatever?
it was the second day, Sunday. In the last hour, we talked about it.
Yeah. So right now, this is what we're looking at: 0, A, B, C, D, and then E. So I don't know if we're going to follow this to a T, but right now we're looking for point B. And a good price target for point B is going to be 5 zeros and a 1 6. So when we hit that point B, we have two options. We either come back down, retest the lower end of this triangle, and then just continue the pattern, or we hit B, breakout, test the breakout, and then come back down. And when I say test the breakout, like check this out right here. When we got into this barrier Elliott wave triangle, came in A, B, C, D, broke out, tests that breakout, came back in, did a doji, and then continue up. Did another test on that breakout, came up, and then went to the next phase. So when we hit the top of that triangle, there's going to be a breakout, a back test, and then we can see if there's going to be a continuation pattern. So I wouldn't freak out too much, but in my opinion, just based on history, we did skip point D. I mean, we skipped point E last time. So in my opinion, there's very well a good chance we come up here, we go 0, A, B, and then potential breakout. If we hit point C, then we're going to come and do point D. You see what I'm getting at here?
Yep.
So, and what that's going to tell me is TitanX is much more deflationary than we've previously seen, and we're getting very close to hyper deflationary. So this is me showing you guys this on the chart. So yeah, man. Did I do price?
I'm definitely willing to predict. I think it's gonna pass B, bro.
Yeah, man, that's it. That's within the realm of possibility.
I'd
And
love
then
for that to go back up there, hit a retest, and then pounce back up, bro.
yeah, and let's look at the 4-hourly. So the 4-hourly showing me that looks like a Romeo, an Adam and Eve. So we got a Adam and then we got an Eve. So it's actually a very bullish pattern. And what's telling me is if we break out of that, our target just based on the 4-hourly. Yep, it coincides directly with point B right here. So
and I love what I'm seeing in the Ichimoku cloud and the Donchin channel. It's still the same thing I was talking about on stream the other day. Just pull up the Donchin channel. It's the orange. Yeah, that's perfect. And do it on the daily.
you said
You'll see
Donchin.
what it's doing, bro, but I think it's gonna break out of B because it's trying to hit that orange line still right now. I mean, it's very, very close.
Yeah, so you're saying it hits that orange line and then it'll shoot up to B.
Yeah, it's gonna soar up to the top of the Donchin channel. Like how it traded, like to the left there, it traded at the very top of that channel. It's
Yeah.
exactly where it will go into the projected channel in the future. So that's what I'm looking at there, and I'm seeing a lot of support with the Ichimoku cloud. So yeah, dude, this thing is looking sick, bro. I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's looking great. Curious, oh, look at that. So we hit the 50 and then came back up. Actually, I want to look at the EMA real quick. Let's look at the 200. Okay, so there's the 200. Oh, you ready for this? You ready for this?
Yeah, hit me with it. Hit me with it. I don't think I see where this is going.
All right. So you know what happens when the 50 and the 200 touch?
Oh no, bro.
It's
Tell me
called
what
a
happens.
it's called a golden cross.
Let's go. I knew this was. I knew something crazy was coming just from what I've been looking at.
Yeah. Let me get a good line for this one.
Let's go,
So
bro.
so potentially here's what we got in play right now. I'm about to do a tweet about this. So when you have the 50 and a 200 touch, typically that signals a golden cross, which means the short term buy and sell pressure is exceeding the long term. And usually when you're saying that in the short term, that's when it skyrockets. When it comes to Bitcoin, people look for golden crosses. So when you see these two lines touch, man, see you later. All right.
Yes,
That's like the number one indicator. I don't care about the like forget the triangles, the Japanese clouds. When you see these two lines touch, if you're not bullish, you might need to go get a go check with your doctor or something. This is where it's gonna get really crazy, really quick. And to be honest with you, check this out. The intersection, it's coming somewhere, bro. It could be somewhere on October 30th. And I would probably say the latest November 8th. So you know, actually no, October 30th is a little too soon. I'm becoming a moon boy. It's probably going to be sometime between November 3rd and November 11th is when these two lines touch. And when they touch, man, sayonara, hyper, that could be another indicator for hyper deflationary. My gosh, man, what a discovery, dude.
so Bitcoin hit the golden cross today.
It did, yes, it did.
Insane timing. Doesn't that seem like this whole ecosystem's timed out perfectly then? Right?
Yeah,
Approaching 369, about to golden cross. I mean, and think about the pressure that we're going to get from DragonX, we're going to get from Helios on 369. It could very well elevate your prediction to your Moon Boy prediction. I don't think you're going too crazy with Moon Boy talk.
yeah. And just so you guys know, just so you know, I'm not BSing anybody. It's right here. 50-day moving average, 200-day moving average. A golden cross is a chart pattern. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit. Can you see it?
Yeah.
A golden cross is a chart pattern in which a relative short moving average crosses above a long-term moving average. It is a bullish breakout pattern, such as the 50-day moving average crosses its long-term, such as the 200-day moving average or resistance level. There you go, guys. So you heard it here first. Golden cross is in play for the TitanX ecosystem. Forget all the other chart indicators, resistance, whatever, Japanese Okamatsu cloud. That sounds like coffee. Golden cross. It is go time, baby. Let's freaking go.
Let's go. Yeah, that's a really nice discovery, man. And just to add on to that, we got a lot of people excited right now.
Oh, really?
There's protocols launching. There's protocols mooning right now. But I want to tell you guys right now, you ain't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen a chart moon yet.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's gonna get really stupid really quick. And man, why did I not look at this at the TitanX conference? I was like, dude, we gotta be looking at what's that chart? Not Elliot, the other one.
Wyckoff.
Wyckoff. I was like, Wyckoff, we hit phase E. I'm gonna present this. I should have told about the golden cross. I forgot about it.
Hey,
So
look,
whatever.
bro, another new discovery. We got to make new discoveries every day, man. That's how we do. That's how we stay alive, bro.
All right. Well, stay tuned for my tweet. I'm gonna put that out there, and yeah, man, be educational. So yeah, let's check out some comments, see what's up. Lotus is going ballistic. Looks like everyone says, all right, fine, we'll talk about Lotus. Whatever.
Do it. Just do it. We work for you guys. We work for you. You're our boss.
Look at that. $20 million market cap looking good. Yeah, so from my understanding, Lotus it's extremely hyper deflationary model. They are they just did a mining phase, and basically from each day there's a miner that started that goes straight into the buy and burn, and the buy and burn is just cranked up, ready to rock and roll, baby. So they got about 1.3 trillion TitanX in this miner, and yeah, man, they're burning about every 8 minutes. So it's looking pretty good. Let's take a look at the stats right now. So liquid, oh wow. So that was just with, how much is the buy and burn? 172,601. So this isn't really showing percentages right now. Huh. All right. Well, I guess that's like 5%. No, 1 million of 34%. What's 1 divided by 34? Okay, about 2%. Okay. So looks like the buy and burn, the stake took out 2%, and it's just doing its thing. So yeah, man, there's a lot of hype behind this.
That's what Utah says. Mining hasn't taken effect. Market buys are pumping it right now.
Oh,
Wow.
market buys are? Oh, okay.
Wow.
So people are, go ahead.
Oh, I just said, wow, that's it. That's significant.
Yeah, because mining distribution. So from my understanding, let me look at the there's like a chart. Yeah, here you go. So this is how Lotus works. It has it's similar to TitanX, but keep in mind there's a lot of things different. So I'm not gonna say it's like exactly like TitanX. All right, I'm just don't burn me at the stake. But with Lotus, it's speeding up the inflation. So you got it's like a very hyper deflationary model. So the tokens per miner starts off at 140,000, and you get down to about half of that in about 28 days. So in 28 days, the amount that you can produce gets cut in half. And then as we get closer to 180 days, it gets very close to zero. So this is going to be a really cool experiment to see how this model plays out. And from what I'm seeing, what it's doing is it's actually increasing participation in the beginning, and the amount to create a Lotus miner goes up exponentially. So it's a cool model. I love to see it. And the one thing I will suggest, I would suggest being careful with the market buys. I think mining is going to be your best bet, because market buys doesn't typically work out. If you use the protocol, you typically get a better ROI. You think that's a fair assessment?
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good way to put it. And I'm curious, like, how does Lotus feed TitanX? Like, how does it benefit the TitanX ecosystem?
So virtual mining mathematics. It's probably right here. No, mining Lotus distribution. 4% sent to the DragonX vault. 4% used for Vault's liquidity bonding. 8% used for Lotus liquidity bonding. 48% buy pressure goes to Lotus buy and burn. 8% uses TitanX to buy Vault and send to the Treasure Vault. 40% buy and burns Lotus. 28% sent to 3 reward pools and Lotus Bloom reward, and 8% TitanX sends to Genesis. So they have a 4% TitanX burn by sending to the DragonX Vault, and then it's basically built on top of Vault. That's how Lotus works. It's a mining protocol built on top of Vault finance.
Very nice, very nice. This is really what I wanted to see here, was this page with these percentages. So thank you.
Yep. And I'm curious to just look at the chart real quick, because 59, let's take a look at this. I'm curious to see what the MACD says. Let's take a look at the MACD. Oh man, MACD's not even presenting itself. Oh, there you go. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It touched. It's at breakaway, baby. Let's go on the
Yeah,
1 hour.
and that's probably another burn. No, there's no burn. There's no burn yet. It hasn't burned yet.
No, there's a burn. There's a burn. I see right here. Buy and burn. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's saying it's buy and burning right now.
Okay, okay. So that's what that, I mean, that's what that MACD indicator looks like. Like when it bounces off the top and rejects, it's got to be from the buy and burn pressure.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you could definitely see that it definitely it's breaking its resistance came in, pop, and then just exploded past it. So yeah, there's a lot of buy pressure going into Lotus right now. So yeah, man, overall looks pretty good. Any other thoughts on Lotus?
No, man, that's solid. That thing is insane. Ripping to 20 million already. That's gonna get more and more eyes on TitanX ecosystem, guys. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think we're just seeing the beginning.
Yep. And I just want to make something crystal clear. I always get people trying to get me to do price predictions when new protocols just launch. Every protocol is a fair launch protocol. So that's when you have the mid phase, the inflation phase, and whatnot. So if I were to do a price prediction right now, it could be astronomically different in the next 7 days. So you guys would absolutely vilify me if I do a price prediction. So we need to wait. We need to wait some time for the supply to get distributed. Anyone who decides to participate, and then we do the price analysis. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. I'm not going to do a Lotus price analysis when it's in its introduction phase. I will look at the statistics. I will look at the buy and burn. I will break down the protocol for you guys. And shout out to Rayman. I think Lotus is a great protocol. I think everybody should check it out. And hey, it's one that falls under the TitanX principle. So overall, nothing but positive things to talk about with Lotus. So good stuff. TitanX price prediction, not Lotus. All right, I'll give you one TitanX price prediction, and then we gotta get it moving. Because we got
Believe it's been on for an hour already, bro. This is crazy. Yeah, we still have to talk about DragonX, the freaking star of the show.
Yeah. All right. Quick price prediction. I'm not gonna really explain it, but if we break out this triangle, 5 zeros and a 2262. So that would be about 2x from here. So we'll see TitanX get somewhere right around a $220 market cap. And I think that's going to be explosion from the Golden Cross. So good stuff. So all right. We got to keep it moving. What you say you want to talk about DragonX?
Oh, I thought we were gonna chart DragonX. Isn't that the title of the stream?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Will DragonX make TitanX hyper deflationary?
Wait a
I don't
second.
know.
Wait a second, dude. We gotta see if we got a Golden Cross on here, dude.
Now my man's looking at the golden crosses all day, boy. Let's go.
All right, let's take a look at DragonX. We'll do this, and then we'll run through the pump fund platforms that we really enjoy real quick, and then we'll keep it moving. All right, yeah. So there's definitely going to be a 200 EMA. I can already tell. I can already tell there's going to be 200 EMA, which is good. If we have the 200 EMA, dude, oh my god, woo! I'm gonna be up all night. All right, let's see what we got. Yo, check this out. All right, this is going to re-emphasize what we're talking about to let you guys know that we are not BSing you. So, believe it or not, DragonX already had his Golden Cross. Look at this.
Yep.
Look at this.
Wow.
When it flagged out right here, look at this. Right there, baby, on August 10th, 2024, 8/16/26 is an 8-day. On an 8-day, DragonX had a Golden Cross, and it went absolutely nuclear. Right there, Golden Cross, baby.
Oh, that's such a healthy chart, bro. I can't stop looking at this chart, dude.
Golden Cross. So we had a Golden Cross, and then we make sure we put it on the daily. Daily. So we had a Golden Cross in the daily, and you guys see what's going on. So this thing went absolutely freaking nuclear, came up, and then never ever came close to the 200 EMA again. Now, the one thing I will say is if we get towards the end of the bull market, and if you're looking to find a bottom from DragonX and a lot of these products, I would pay attention to the 200 EMA, because there's a good chance that the 200 EMA would be a phenomenal bottom to look at, especially if you're trying to look at this type of altcoin, not financial advice. But I'm not going to talk about that too much because we're not there. We're not that phase of the market yet. So came up, touched the 50 EMA, exploded. Boom. See you later. Came back down, touched the 50 EMA, exploded. See you later. Boom. So what were we seeing on the hourly? Shoulder, head, shoulder. So in my opinion, we'll probably see a couple more candles to form that shoulder. And once we get that inverse head and shoulders, that's going to indicate a breakout just based on the trading pattern. And based on the trading pattern, the breakout is going to come very close to that 1.618 Fibonacci psychological level. So the 1.618, which is going to be sitting at about a 2x from here. So 2x from here, we're going to see a massive breakout. So just looking at these trading indicators, man, it's looking phenomenal right now. One other indicator I want to take a look at. I've been obsessed with EMAs, so I want to take a look at the 8-day real quick. I don't know why it does 9 by default. I do not like the number 9. All right. So yesterday, we actually blew past the 8 EMA. There's a good chance that either today or tomorrow or the following day, we had to retest that breakout right here. So we come up, blow up, come back, test it. And when we touch that 8 EMA, that might be a great indicator that, all right, it's going to be go time. So we might have a little bit of a correction or trade sideways for the next few days. And then we have day 369 kick in. That's it, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, go ahead.
No, that's all you, bro.
Like I said, guys, this is what I'm talking about, because DragonX had a golden cross that nobody figured out until I actually looked at it just now. Golden cross right here. Now we come over to the TitanX chart. TitanX chart. Oh my God, bro. Dude, I'm so excited right now. Like you don't even understand.
I know that was so exciting to find, man.
That is one of the biggest indicators you can look at. Oh yeah, also happy birthday, TitanX. But when you see these two lines touch right here, when these two lines touch right here, you're gonna see another DragonX. Like that DragonX move, you're gonna see it with TitanX, and it's gonna get real crazy real quick. You'll probably see me freaking out on Twitter too. So follow us on @theverse369, because when you see me freaking out about the golden cross, it's gonna be go time, baby. So yeah, man. Awesome discovery, man. That actually
we're not going to make it to see, bro. I'm telling you that right now. We're not making it to see.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're probably not going to make it to see. If we hit this golden cross and we're touching B, you know what I'm saying? So
sayonara.
So yeah, man. Overall, DragonX looks good. TitanX looks good. Talked about Lotus. Talked about AlienX, guys. Please check out AlienX. Talked about Morpheus. And then pretty soon we'll be talking about Matrix, because I know Matrix protocol is coming right around the corner. So yeah, man, good stuff. Anything else you got, man?
Are we going into Bitcoin now?
Yeah. We should probably go into Bitcoin.
Wait, or are we done?
No, anything else before we get into the actual charts?
Oh, dude. No, bro. I'm really amped about that find.
All right, good stuff. All right, well, we'll get into charts, and yeah, we need to cover charts. Forget about the pump platforms or whatever.
No, yeah. If you want to talk about that, dude, definitely. I'm seeing some steam.
Yeah, no, but I really want to talk about the charts today, because we're actually breaking out right now. So Hey, give me 1 second. I need to get some more gum.
And while Chris is refreshing his breath with a minty piece of gum, you guys can smash the like button. It's next to this bowl that's underneath me, right here. So smash it. Share this thing out. Y'all been sharing the crap out of everything, so thank you. My phone's just lighting up a million times, getting shares. So thank you.
Love it. Yeah. I used to actually, I don't want to say that because we're on YouTube. YouTube sucks with demonetization, and I'm not. Oh wow, yeah, we got to definitely look at this price chart. Okay,
We got to talk, baby. We got to talk. Oh shoot.
yeah, let's talk about this real quick. What's wrong?
Nothing. We're all good.
Okay. All right. So check this out. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. Came up, came down, traded sideways, and then we just had to close at about 70K, baby. 70K. We blew past that 68K, and we might touch that 72K mark. Remember we talked about this last time?
Yep. We got Bitcoin hitting a golden cross today, man. Everything it's setting in. Reality's setting in here. And if you've noticed from our last streams when Chris talks about these inverse head and shoulders coming out of the flag, you have to have a retest. And we saw that retest 7 days ago, and now it's coming up, and we've got we need one more confirmation candle?
So came up, came down. We might need to get a wick down to test the top of this flag. It could be front ran a little bit. It could be like 67, but it's like 67 300, and then we come up and then test 72K, which is the all-time high for Bitcoin, I believe. Yeah, one of the all-time highs. Yeah. So yeah, man. So dude, this chart looks beyond bullish. Now let's take a look at that golden cross real quick. So I believe it would be the. Do you know it was the daily, right? Yeah, it had to have been the daily. $200. All right, now let's show it. That does not look like a golden cross. Let's check the weekly. Let's look at the 4 hourly. Was it the EMA or the SMA? Hold on, let me get the SMA. Because the EMA, maybe it was maybe they were talking about the EMA. Let me take a look at that real quick. Do you know if it was the SMA?
I'm actually checking on Alex Becker's that's where I saw it earlier today. I'm looking.
All right. I want to verify this. Here, let me just do the 50 right here. They might be using a different. Yes. No, I don't know. You said I'm pretty sure it's usually the 50 200. Is it the 50 and the 100?
Oh, it said it's eyeing the golden cross with the 50-day moving average ready to flip the 200-day.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's.
That was yesterday.
Okay. Eyeing. Okay. All right. That makes a lot more sense because I was. Is it the EMA or the SMA? Actually,
Yep,
I got right here. It's the SMA. So we got this. Let's see the red line. Just so you guys know, when it comes to trading, everybody's got all these crazy methods and stuff, and you always just want to, double check, be sure, and all that good stuff. So thank you for being so patient with us, because I want to make sure everything's perfect. Me and Trey Souls, we are neat freaks. Does yellow work for the chart? Or should I do something a little bit darker?
No, that looks good right there.
All right. So here's the deal. We have a golden cross on the 50 SMA and the 200 SMA, which is saying that the average price in the short term, the average price in the long term is exceeding the average price. Hold on. In the long term. So the short term price is going up much higher than the average long-term price. And when this happens, you get a pop. Now, to prove this to you guys, let's just take a look at some other times when we had this cross on the daily. So back when Bitcoin bottomed out, I'll show you right here. This was the bottom of Bitcoin, I believe. Make sure was that the bottom? No, I'm sorry. That was before the next leg up. Okay. So before we had this massive pump. Wait, no, is this the bottom?
No, it's at like 15K, right?
Am I tripping right now? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got you. All right. I just want to double check just so that we're good. So keep in mind this is on the daily. So before we had this massive run up and we broke all time highs, we came back down, and then right here you see where these lines cross. It's called death cross. So the price drops, trades sideways, and then boom comes up, touches right here. This is why these golden crosses are so significant. You can have them on the SMA. You can also have them on the EMA. It's up to you as a TA analyst to interpret the data to the best of your ability and not be a moon boy and not to be over bearish, but to be dead center, in my opinion. I don't know why that line's there, but we crossed right here and then boom, see you later. And then we came back down. And so we hit all-time highs. Make sure you guys can see the chart. So right when we hit all-time highs and we're trading in this flag right here, we came across death cross right here. And that's when we started to see the flag come down. Then we came back up and we're seeing these lines cross. So we're basically seeing a repeat of history, which this tells me right now, this thing's about to shoot up and go absolutely bananas. Historically, we came up, test, came back down, came up, break out. So technically you can call this a back test. There's a potential we can get another back test. But if we come up when we hit 72K, there's a good chance we will hit price discovery. And we just hit a golden cross on the 50 and 200 SMA. So in my opinion, this thing's going to look really good. And the difference between the SMA and the EMA is a little bit more conservative of a calculation. The SMA is much more progressive. So when you see a pop like this on the SMA, it's going to be pretty sporadic. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt about that. That's sick, bro.
Yeah. So overall, man, just based off of that alone, dude, it's going to look pretty good. And hopefully we can see these lines get farther apart. And then it does its thing. We do not want to see this thing curl down and this curl up and touch again, which I highly doubt that's going to happen. But that is within the realm of possibility. So on the daily, we're looking pretty good. We also have, you can just call this a cup and handle. I'm not going to go through all the craziness. So you see the cup came up, handle. And just based on that target, I'll probably do the lower end. I know some people like to do the higher end to be moon boys, but I don't want to do that. So if we break out and we have a target on that cup and handle, we do have that. We still have that target set for about 80K. But then also keep in mind, this thing could get as high as 95K. So we're sitting at somewhere between that 80 to 100K, somewhere in between that. It's going to be a good price point. But I typically like to be more on the conservative side of these things. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, you got to be sometimes, man. These markets have been crazy, bro. But hey, good job. We found that golden crosses everywhere. This is all bullish, baby.
Yes, sir. Now let's take a look at the weekly. So weekly is actually interesting because I believe this is the 50. So we did have a golden cross on the weekly right here. So we crossed right here. and then we'll see you later. So basically, technically on the weekly, we already have a massive breakout. Now,
When everybody, that was in the beginning of the year when it was sending and everyone was calling for 100K already.
Yeah, right here. So when we saw this cross on the weekly, that's a massive indicator. That's when like the lights should like go off in your head. Now, one thing that I'm seeing with the 50 EMA, we came down, touched it, bounce off, touched it, bounce off. So the 50 EMA support. So if we were to come back down, we probably touch the 50 EMA and come back off. And I don't think we are because we just hit a golden cross in the daily. But in this case, if you guys want to follow something to a T, I would probably be checking the the 50 SMA. That's going to be a phenomenal resistance indicator. And if we come down here, yeah, so we haven't touched it again, boom, touched again, boom, touched again, boom, see you later. So really good stuff. And I think overall, man, healthy chart. Now on the monthly, because we're about to hit a monthly close. Keep in mind. Look at that, baby.
See them monthlies. Just see them monthlies, baby.
So when you see a green candle like this and another green candle like that, it's called the McRib. It's a term that the bull market's about to go absolutely bonkers. So if we could just close, I wanted to honestly close at 72K. That'll make me feel comfortable. But if we just close where we're at or up into 72K, McRib has formed, and then we get another potential green monthly candle. And what's that called? Your favorite trading pattern?
That's the 3 white soldiers, baby. All white, baby.
On the monthly. So, dude, the monthly looks good. The weekly looks good. The daily looks good. So we have 3 time frames that look absolutely phenomenal. And then that's the October's the 10th month, right? So 3 monthly, we don't have to look at that. Yeah. So yeah, man, overall, man, Bitcoin looking phenomenal. The price target you guys should be looking at 80K. And then we get a little bit more ambitious. We could get into that 90, 95K, but that's the one I'm targeting hardcore. And then we'll go from there. And if we break out, keep in mind, this cup and handle is still in play, guys. The massive cup and handle on the monthly is still going to be on play. And you can use this as a potential top indicator for the market, which, wow, look at that, dude.
Close to Richie's. Wow, bro.
Wow. Look at that.
We're going to buy 3 Bugattis. Let's go.
Wow, this is like if this trade, like, keep this with a grain of salt, but if we had that breakout target in that cup and handle, it's saying 363. I don't know if we're gonna go that high. Keep in mind, because that's kind of moon boyish, but but that's close to RH's prediction, and then that's like our least likely price target to happen.
Russia starts mining in 3 days.
Yeah, here, let me change this while I'm up here. So, yeah, man. I mean, hey, overall, man, it's just good price targets, and I don't know why I got all these lines here. Oh, okay, that was from the Bitcoin price. Yeah. So, last thing, and then we got to move on. We have to move on because I know I'm going on rants and stuff. Man, where's that price target I just had? Was it on the weekly or? Yeah, right here. So on the weekly, we're right here, guys. This time in the last market, we are sitting right here. Come on, show me the price. Dude, I'm about to give up. Oh my God.
Don't give up, because if you say I gave up, you can't say I gave up without saying I gay.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm just on the wrong time frame. All right, here you go. So this is where we're at in the last market. Bitcoin was sitting at about 13K. It was about to go absolute bananas. Then we get a massive bullish engulfing candle. Yeah, look, literally. All-time high was right here. Same thing with the Bitcoin price chart we're at right now. The all-time high was sitting just a little bit above at closer to 14K. You are right here. Right here. And then we get into November, and it's saying November 5th. Wait, hold on. Let's look at the exact time frame when we broke all-time highs. November 3rd. November 3rd. Wait, yeah. November 3rd was when we broke all-time highs in the last bull market, this time during the bull run. And November 3rd is in about 5 days. So I'm not suggesting anything, but if we're looking at the past, the indicator saying that this thing's about to speed up. That's what happened this time in the 2020 bull market. That's what I'm trying to show you guys. So if that's the case, next couple of weeks is going to look pretty good. So good stuff, man. All right. Let's look at some more stuff. Hey, I see someone saying Baby DragonX. Guys, we love Baby DragonX. We love James. Shout out to the Scale Protocol. In my opinion, Baby DragonX is building out a great ecosystem. It's got a DAO. If you guys want to check it out, please follow their Twitter. I'm going to try to get James on sometime. We'll talk later into the future. But right now, we are focused on Bitcoin dominance. All right. So let's see where the dominance is falling. We got trading indicators all over the place.
Kill him, dude. Just destroy him if you need.
Yeah. All right. What was the indicator that we were looking at on the weekly? I believe it was the 88.
The 88 day.
Oh no, this is a simple moving average. We can't even use this.
It was the EMA, right? 88.
Yeah, let's look at the EMA. On the bright side, at least we're learning more about how to use these trading patterns, because I know we were like using some sketchy stuff off of TradingView earlier, so we improve every single day.
That's right. Growth, baby. We got 194 people in here just sitting, just watching, dude. Love you guys. Appreciate it.
Tell them to like, dude. Tell them to show some love.
You guys need to like this video. What are you doing? You're sitting there.
Oh, whoa. Oh, look at this.
88.
Look at this.
Coming up, baby.
Dang. Well, we just touched the 88. When last time we spoke, it wasn't even close to that. And look, we just touched the 88th EMA on the monthly, and it's starting to break down. So this is the next trading indicator we're looking at right now. Let's look at the weekly. So technically, if it touched this and started breaking down, that will probably be an indicator that altcoin season could potentially be happening. But I want to take a look at the weekly, and on the weekly, we use the 400 EMA. Let's look at the 400 EMA on the weekly. So the theory, guys, is on these EMAs, if we see Bitcoin dominance touch, is there going to be a breakdown? And that'll be a great indicator of altcoin season. Now, previously we did the 100 EMA. Yeah, so.
No, we ended up on 200. It was 288 last week.
You said it was 288?
I think it was yeah, I think it was 200, unless 200's below the line.
No, 200's below the line.
It was 300 then. I remember it was in between.
No, it's 400.
No, okay, sorry, my bad.
No, you
I
can
lied.
more about.
I lied, dude. I didn't remember that.
All right, so the 400 EMA is saying 60% right now. I need to double check that 88 monthly, but I'm more comfortable with saying 60% is when we get the height of Bitcoin dominance. So based on this, if we touch this, this might be the breakdown that we're looking for, because every indicator we use to determine the Bitcoin dominance breakdown has yet to work. And this is the next most reasonable thing. So what the theory is we come up, we touch this, maybe blow out a little bit, come back down, retest, and then start breaking down. Resistance here, test out that resistance, come back down, resistance here, come back down, and then do this. Now, when we start to see this breakdown right here, this is going to indicate that altcoin season starts. So when we top out, this is going to be the best time to buy altcoins. And then when we break down, that's when you're going to get your 50, 100, 200, 500, 1000x. That's when you're going to see that rotation from Bitcoin and bigger altcoins, bigger like layer ones straight into projects like TitanX, Solana, all across the board. You see what I'm getting across?
Absolutely, man. It's now is the time to buy altcoins, and if you really think you're gonna get a huge win, you got to be vested now, because this thing's gonna drop like freaking like a roller coaster, dude.
Yeah. So it's almost go time, guys. And originally we did talk about the 60% line being a place to look at. The 100 SMA was not a great indicator because it actually blew past it. So that invalidated that one. So we went to the next reasonable one, which was on the EMA, which is the 400. So I think overall that's going to be our best indicator to track. I'm not too comfortable with the 88 right now because it's showing it's touching, but I still think we still have some room to go because we haven't seen Bitcoin do its banana zone yet. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So because we haven't seen Bitcoin do its banana zone, what that tells me is dominance will still go up from here, in my opinion. And then before it tops out, that's when we get that rotation like we saw in the pre-market. So yeah, man,
That's always
Bitcoin
been
dom.
that's always
Go
been
ahead.
one of my questions, is that we're not gonna see Bitcoin mooning at the same time altcoins are going down, according to this chart, or at the same time altcoins are going up. It's just a rotation.
Yeah, it's just rotation. Like Bitcoin will be mooning, and then you're going to see a lot of these altcoins moon as well. It's just showing that rotation real quick, and then people come in on the back end and start going into Bitcoin. Basically, the theory is you got all this money sideline, and then once you start to see the green candles, everybody FOMOs in, and people are like, "Oh, I want to go on the safe side. I'll go into Bitcoin," and that's like the newer cats, like the retail. And then the guys have been in this game for a minute or slowly learning. They're like, "Oh, I'm going to go buy Shiba Inu or Bonk or Andy, stuff like that." That's the theory. Cool. Let's talk about ETH. So I got a story to tell you guys. Well, actually, all right. First, let me get these lines correct. Yeah, I still can't believe I haven't updated these lines yet. So looks like our fib levels are coming to fruition. So Rand Nooner from Crypto Banter?
Yeah. I know that guy.
So he keeps going back and forth on Solana and Ethereum. He's saying Ethereum's dead, now he's bullish. And then he says Solana's the future, Ethereum's dead. Well, he just got bullish on Ethereum again. So I don't know what he's doing. I'm not sure why he keeps going back and forth on these things. But in my opinion, I think the Ethereum price is being heavily suppressed. So first thing we need to do is investigate the SMAs. Let's see if we're getting close to a golden cross on Ethereum first. So it was the 50, and then the 200. Not the 9,200. That would be impossible. And let's look at the daily. All right. So here's what I'm seeing with all right, let me make these lines easier to see. Sorry guys, let me just bear with me for a second. So we'll do a blue line. And then what's a good color for us?
Oh, do light blue.
Are you sure light blue is going to show up?
Yeah, do light blue.
Okay. Yeah, looks good. All right. So here's what we're looking at for Ethereum. Now, Ethereum's just flagging out massively. And I'm going to bring this down a little bit. All it is it's just trading this like massive flag, and we're waiting for some sort of breakout from that flag, and then it's probably going to be very close to go time. Now, when we start to see, there's a good chance that sometime in November, what's the light blue? All right, so this 50 EMA, I would pay special attention to. If it starts hooking up and intersects with the dark blue line, which is a 200 EMA, SMA, excuse me, we're going to see that golden cross like we just saw with Bitcoin, we just saw with TitanX. That's when the go time's going to be for Ethereum, and that's when people are going to start taking it seriously. So if you are a Ethereum trader, if you're in the L2s, you need to pay special attention to this because we're going into the golden cross right now. This is like the theme of this live stream. And so, in my opinion, because this price is heavily suppressed, once this thing starts popping and mooning, I can definitely see this intersecting sometime first or second week of November. And when it happens, it's going to happen very fast. And we touch the top of this flag. So I think overall, with what's going on with Ethereum, it's heavily suppressed. What I'm seeing on the trading patterns on the daily, inverse head and shoulders, and the target's going to be at the top of this flag. On the weekly, all right, so the weekly, we see another inverse head and shoulders, but we had a doji followed by a bullish engulfing candle, so that's a morning star. Then we back tested the breakout, and now if we get a little doji right here, what this is telling me is it's going to start to climb up. Now we're getting on the monthly. All right, so here's the make it or break it for Ethereum. I do not want to see a doji. I do not want to see a spinning top doji. That means price reversal. We need Ethereum to get to anywhere above 2,600. So 2,600 above. I would say 2,800. Well, that's kind of high. No, I would say, let's say 2,700. We need Ethereum at 2,700 because then it'll show another green candle, and that means that we're good to go. If I see that doji, that's not going to be looking good. Or maybe that's what the market maker wants you to think. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, which would be pretty smart around this time. And it also would make sense to check if Bitcoin lagged or if Ethereum lagged in its golden crosses compared to where Bitcoin crosses. That's something that maybe people could look back on and check for themselves to see if it lags behind it a little bit.
Yeah, just looking at this price chart, it looks so artificial, dude. Like I'm pretty sure there's a market maker suppressing it, in my opinion. Do I have the necessary proof? The only proof I can show you guys, if I go over here to Google, well, let me make sure I don't put up a bad website. I'm gonna share a website real quick. Jump Finance. So I'll show you this article right here. So basically, Jump Finance got in trouble for market manipulation on Solana, Sui, and I believe also Aptos. And so what this shows me is there are market makers that sit there and they mess around with prices. And this is a little bit of a stretch, but I would not be surprised if it's happening for Ethereum. You see what I'm saying?
Right, right. It looks
So
like it definitely on the chart.
yeah. So the main point I'm trying to get across is, there's Wintermute, there's Jump Finance, there's all these market makers, and they like to play this game of, pumping prices and whatnot. And I think at the end of this bull market, we're probably going to see a lot of these guys get put in jail. So that's the reason why we're starting to see these crazy prices that TA is not really working for. It's probably because of that. So my prediction, clip it, and then maybe we'll come back to it later in the future. So yeah, man. So Ethereum's looking good. I want to see that monthly doji come up. We need a green candle on the monthly. Otherwise, it's not going to be looking good for November if we have some sort of doji or red candle or whatnot. You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So make it or break it, baby.
Yeah, and just to show you guys, in the past markets, last time we were trading close to all-time highs, yeah, it just broke out. So, we came here, a little bit of a doji, and then right in this time frame, so right here, was right this time last year, was in this time frame right here. In October, there was a beautiful red candle coming across, green candle, which signified the next leg up. So I want to see this on the price chart, hopefully by this month. So, all right, cool. And then let's take a look at Doge. I haven't talked about Doge in a minute. So why is it in log? All right. So Trey Souls, why do we like Doge?
We like Doge because all dogs run.
There you go,
and it gives
baby.
you a good indicator of what's going on in meme coin season. And you see a Doge pop like that, and you see the Bitcoin dominance chart getting close to that 400. That's showing you guys we're getting close to altcoin season, no doubt. Probably altcoin season index is looking pretty interesting too. But I've got to get out of here in 9 minutes, just so you know, bro. I gotta log off at 9:50.
All right, cool. Well, we'll make this quick. Dang, we're already at an hour and a half. Okay. All right. Well, this is gonna be our last chart, and then we're gonna call it good. So what I'm seeing with Doge right now, just on the monthly, beautiful green candle. And the reason why we're seeing this is because there could be a potential ETF speculation behind Doge. Show me the chart, I will tell you the news. So what's probably happening right now is it's coming down, touching that 50 monthly SMA, and then boom, see you later. So the main point I'm trying to say is with the run in Doge right now, there's a good chance that we might see meme coin season start to accelerate. Now, on the weekly, there is a
Three
golden
white
cross
soldiers,
in
baby.
play.
Oh, golden
There is,
cross coming, 3 white soldiers, baby. That thing's getting ready to moon, not financial advice.
we have two. Yep. On the weekly, we're about to have, man, this might be our first golden cross on the weekly, dude. Wow. Another discovery. Man, we're just discovering stuff today, baby. So when these two lines touch, like we showed you with DragonX, it's going to be go time. So in my opinion, we're going to see something crazy with Doge. And also, this is speculation on the stuff with Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency. I don't want to get too much into it because YouTube's going to take this down. But ultimately, based on what we're seeing with Doge, there's a lot of bullish sentiment. And if Doge starts to go, if you're in any meme coins, it's going to be really, really awesome. So, all right, man. Well, that's all I had. Anything else from you, man?
No, man, that's good. That's good. Sorry, I wasn't trying to rush you on that last segment, bro. My bad.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. I mean, we've been on here for almost like 2 hours. So I
We
think
found tons of golden crosses, bro. Getting ready to go, baby.
Yeah, no, this is a great live stream. I think next live stream we definitely need to talk about meme coins outside TitanX. So stay tuned. We'll talk about TitanX in the beginning, but then we'll talk about meme coins, and then we'll do a little bit of TA. But guys, there is 224 you guys viewing this live stream. Please do me a favor, like it, share it out, show us some love, because the more you engage with us, the more these live streams we do, and our goal is to not only crush in this bull market, but also to see all 221 of you guys win. Until then, guys, we'll see you next one. Trey Souls, anything else?
That's it, guys. Peace out. Happy trading.